I'm Andrew, aka Quassi from Quassi's Bell Tower.
And I'm your brother Brian from Brother Brian Discoveries.
And this is
Point Rock Review.
Happy Halloween!
The first beer for tonight, we have Roadsmary's Baby from the Two Roads Brewing Company. And it's supposed to be ale brewed with pumpkin and spices, aged in rum barrels with vanilla beans.
Rum barrels. I don't know. As long as it's not bourbon barrels, I guess it's okay.
The thing about this beer is, I've had this before, both out of a glass and out of a bottle. And if you don't want to taste straight up rum, I'd pour it into a glass. Because otherwise, you're going to start going down the bottle, and by the time you get to the bottom, it's just nothing but rum, the taste is. However, you pour it into a glass, and it keeps like a nice mixture the whole time you drink it. It's rated R, rated R for rum barrels. From somewhere between heaven and ale comes the Scary Good Seasonal. Brewed and bottled by Two Roads Brewing Company from Stratford, Connecticut. Here's to taking the road less traveled in life and in beer.
And I like how it says Scary Good Pumpkin Ale.
This is coming at you at 6.8% alcohol by volume.
Okay. So let's,
And this is a popper.
it is a popper? Okay. Take the road less traveled.
That's a road I usually travel.
Yeah. I can smell the pumpkin, but I can smell...
Yeah,
I can smell that rum kind of
Yeah,
in there.
it's
I can smell that.
dark underneath all that.
Okay, I was thinking it was going to be a darker beer. Thank God it's not.
Oh, that smells good though.
Well, I'll get it on your phone here. Yeah, I can still smell the rum in that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's in there.
Wow.
It's sweet in there.
This is going to be interesting. First I got to get through all that foam. Okay, let's do this then. To Roadmary's Baby.
To Roadsmary's Baby.
So far the foam's not that bad. But I'm already getting that barrel taste. Well, kind of that bourbon, or not bourbon, but rum taste to it.
And basically, if you're a fan of rum and coke, I think you might like this.
Yeah, that's definitely different. Never had anything like that. You can taste the rum barrel in it. I don't know what it is. Something about that barrel. That always has a weird taste to it. Just the barrel.
Yeah, the barrel itself, yeah.
The pumpkin is there, but I think the rum kind of overtakes it. You can taste like the spices of the pumpkin, or the pumpkin spice.
Oh yeah.
It's not overpowering. It's actually a pretty good blend between the rum and the pumpkin. You would think the rum would be more overpowering, but it's not that strong.
I think I would probably pull back from the rum just a little bit. Just a little bit. But overall, I think it's a pretty good mixture.
I don't know, so far I think it's a pretty good blend of it. I mean, if I had it straight out of the bottle and had it that way, I would probably be like, oh my God. I'm sure this company would be like, hey, if you want to try this, you should pour it in a glass. You think they would have put some kind of thing on there saying, better in a glass than in the bottle, or pour in a glass?
Right. And the funny thing about it is it says on here with vanilla beans. I'm not getting much vanilla in there at all.
If it's there, it's the rum is taking it over. So for our next beer review is Dogfish Head's Pumpkin Ale. Brown ale brewed with pumpkin and spices.
Pumpkin!
The alcohol on it is 7% by volume. I don't really think there's any story.
No, I don't see one.
Just the person that did the artwork, and I don't even know how to pronounce that.
It's Mark Sputza? Spusta? Mark Spusta.
And if you look at this bottle, it's really cool. I mean, we'll probably have to show you a close-up of it if we can, but the artwork on it is quite nice.
He's pulling the seeds out for the birds while the cat's having a beer.
Yeah, the cat's having a beer. So let's pop this bad boy open and
see what we have.
See what we have.
Smells like pumpkin.
Yeah, it smells like pumpkin. I can't get anything else out of it besides
pumpkin.
It smells like pumpkin. And this is a brown ale, so.
The brown ale brewed pumpkin and spices.
Mm-hmm. Still has that pumpkin smell. I guess we should give it a go. It's got a nice color to it too.
Let's give her a try.
Okay, let's do this. I don't know if it's because of the beer we had before, even though we rinsed out our glasses and everything else.
Yeah.
It's got pumpkin in it, but it's really mild.
Yeah, it's way tamed down.
Yeah, this tastes more like a brown ale, just like it is, than it does pumpkin.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting like maybe a spice or two from the pumpkin spices, but as for pumpkin, it's in the smell. It's not in the taste. It's
just mild.
Right. You can definitely tell it's an ale. It's got the brown ale kind of thing going for it. The pumpkin is wicked weak. I'm guessing maybe that's either coriander or nutmeg in there that I'm tasting. But it's an ale, that's for sure. It's a brown ale.
Yeah.
First review is for the Roadsmary's Baby from the Two Roads Brewing Company. And this one, I really like this one. If this was available more regularly around the Halloween time, I would definitely add this to my my never finalized list of beers to drink on Halloween night. But this would definitely be in the rotation because I really like this one. The flavors they say are in it, minus the vanilla. I don't really get the vanilla bean much, personally, but I still think this is a good beer. It meets the bar. It exceeds it. I think everything's got a pretty good balance. The rum may be a little bit much, but I'm not going to complain too much. It's magical sound. I think I would give this, I'd give this a 4. I would give this a 4.
Wow, okay. So my review on the Roadsmary Baby is, well, my opinion on it first is, I was worried because it's a rum barrel, and normally we've had a couple bourbon barrels, and me personally, I don't care for the bourbon barrels. The rum here was not bad at all. I didn't really taste the barrel that much, which is kind of a weird taste. I don't know, it's weird when you taste the inside of a barrel.
Yeah, true.
A wooden barrel. From a beer. But anyways, the rum wasn't very strong. It wasn't as strong as it would be if it was the bourbon. I don't know if it's because maybe I like rum better than I like bourbon. I'm not a bourbon fan.
I think bourbon would have went well with pumpkin, honestly. But
I don't know. But this was actually a lot better than what I thought it was. I was afraid that this is going to be one of those beers that was going to upset my stomach, kind of like the bourbons do. I think it's pretty good. The pumpkin was there, but the rum kind of like pushes that away. And with the vanilla bean that's supposed to be in here, I think it kind of mixes with the rum, so it just kind of makes the rum a little vanilla. I don't even know if that's a word.
Vanilla-y.
Has a more vanilla flavor. There we go. But honestly, I thought this was pretty good. I agree with Brian. This is definitely one of those beers you would want to get during this time of the year, the Halloween time, and at least have that in your fridge. I don't really know about a 6-pack of it. For me, if I could get this like as a single or whatever else, I would definitely get it as a single. Just say I had it, especially for the Halloween season.
Yeah, I think if I had a 6-pack, it would take me a while to drink it.
Honestly, I was kind of impressed with this, so I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Ooh, nice.
So our next review is Dogfish Head Pumpkin Ale. I don't know how to say this. The pumpkin ale, or the pumpkin flavor, was kind of mild. It tasted more like a brown ale with some spice in it. Because that's what it was a brown ale. Not saying it was bad. I don't know. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't bad at all. I could easily drink this, no problem. But it didn't have the spice that I was hoping it would have in it. I'm gonna go. I want to say it meets the bar. I really do, but I don't know. I don't know really how to judge this. You know, if I wanted to judge this compared to other pumpkin ales, maybe that would be the wrong thing to do or the right thing to do. But I've had better pumpkin beers in a way. God, I'm gonna go 2.5. I mean, I would drink this again, definitely, but for being a pumpkin ale, the spices really weren't in there. But it is definitely drinkable, so I'm gonna go 2.5 anyways.
Yeah, I think it definitely meets the. It is a brown ale. It meets that. It's got some pumpkin spices in there, but I never got any pumpkin the whole time I drank that. I didn't get much pumpkin at all. It's definitely near the bottom when it comes to pumpkin ales or pumpkin beer. I've had a lot of good ones, and this one just. I was thinking about giving this a 3. I really was, but I think I have to lean more towards Drew's perception of it and go 2.5. It's not wonderful. I've had so much better. 2.5.
Yeah, I think if somebody told us this was just a brown ale and didn't tell us about the pumpkin in it at all and served this to us as a brown, I probably would have thought it was a brown ale with some kind of spice in it, but what was it? And I would have never known it was pumpkin, probably.
Probably don't know.
So that's 2 beers, 2 reviews,
and 2 more reasons for you to take the road less traveled and hit that pumpkin like button.
And stay away from Roadsmary. Bye.
Yes, you don't want to wake up with a tail.
Till next time, guys. I'm kind of ready to do this. You good with that?
I'm good with that.
I'm good with that. Okay. Hello, I'm Andrew, aka right.
And I'm your brother Brian from Brother Brian Discovery. Bye Discoveries.
2 reviews
and 2 more reasons for you to take the roads less traveled. And